Are the Minnesota Vikings calling teams about moving up in the draft? All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I am Lupagus. Benjamin Albright is reporting that the Minnesota Vikings have been calling teams inquiring about moving up in the draft tomorrow. We're going to talk about that. Before we do, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the vids, comment as well. I'd like to hear what you think. And don't forget, tomorrow, 4:30, 6:30, our draft tailgate show, giveaways, beers, all the latest Vikings scuttlebutt. And will be talking about them moving up. So Benjamin Albright, he's a Denver Bronco writer. He also has some draft website or some crap. Anyway, he's reporting that the Minnesota Vikings have been calling teams about moving up in the draft. So a couple things to digest here. Number one, who are they calling? I mean, is there a certain point in the draft where the Vikings are saying, okay, this guy falls here, we're going to move up to this spot and grab him? That's as high as we're going to go. We're not going to get more than that. Or are they don't give a shit? Are they calling as high as number 2 and looking to go up there as well? Hey, we'll go up to number 2 and we'll get whoever's there. So Vikings, again, if this is true, and there seems to be more and more smoke about them moving up as the draft gets closer, how much are they willing to give up? How far are they willing to go? Who is the prospect they want is the next question. Was it CJ Stroud if he starts to fall? Is it Anthony Richardson? Is it Will Levis? Is it one of those three? I mean, it sounds like Bryce Young's locked to go number 1. I don't think that's going to change. That shouldn't change. CJ Stroud should go 2. Sounds like that may not happen now. That's a different discussion to have. So, who is it? I mean, to me personally, I'm actually getting more and more on board with them moving up. You look at like the ESPN Fan Nation or an NFL Nation mock last night they did. Vikings sat there at 23. The options were horrible, and they end up taking Emmanuel Forbes. You know what? Here's the thing with this draft. They say there's 14 blue chip prospects. If you want your quarterback and he's one of those prospects and you feel strongly about him, you know what? Maybe we finally just do it. Bite the bullet. Let's move up. Let's go get our guy. Anthony Richardson in purple will make me very excited. CJ Stroud in purple will make me very excited as well. Let them sit behind Kirk Cousins for a year, see how to do it, learn from him, absorb as much as they can from him. And then in 2024, you roll this guy out as your starter. So this may be the year to do it. And yes, it sucks. You're going to lose probably a first round pick or 2. You're going to maybe lose your third rounder this year. So Vikings would, draft Thursday, then not even draft again until Saturday. That would be a nightmare, but you got to pay the price. If the payoff though is getting a Patrick Mahomes type of player, a Josh Allen type of player, it will be worth it and no one will regret it down the road. So Kwesi wants to make a big swing. People pay to get wet. This would definitely get people wet if this is true. So we'll see. Again, I don't know. It seems to be picking up more and more steam, more and more smoke. I'm starting to lean toward it actually might be true. But again, this is nothing but shadows and mirrors and rumors this time of year. You can't believe anything you hear until the actual logo changes there tomorrow night. If it goes from a Cardinal to a Viking or an Eagle to a Viking. But maybe we should talk about that. So, I mean, if you want CJ Stroud, let's say he gets to pass 2, then you guys start calling the Cardinals to get ahead of the Colts. If things go as expected, whether it's the Texans or somebody else taking Stroud at 2, then if you really want Anthony Richardson, you got to maybe look at getting ahead of the Colts, the Raiders, the Falcons. Those are the teams. If for some reason Richardson makes it down to, let's say pick 9 or 10, he's on the board. Then you got to call the Eagles, and you got to move up to 10 with the Eagles and get in front of those Titans. So those are the spots if you want those top quarterbacks where you have to go. I'm thinking it's going to either be pick 2, pick 3, or pick number 10 to get ahead of the Titans. So let me know what you think in the comments. Are you starting to buy into the Vikings trading up? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Does it make you sick? Does it make you excited? Love to hear it. And also remember, check out those draft vids that you guys sent in. The vid just posted a little bit ago. It's fantastic. Some very, very great ones. And also remember to keep your skull in your hole.